Hi, thanks for watching. Today I just wanted to do a quick, I guess, unboxing kind of my September Scentbird order. So I plan to just kind of monthly do what I get uh, in my order. I made a previous video of all my previous um, orders. So check that out if you're interested. So I've been subscribing since February or January or something like that. So this includes one sort of full size travel spray, I guess. It's 8 ounces. And then two little, so I just added on to my subscription to little surprise like tester sprays. So I have opened the bag, but it was just because I was curious if the notes were on here or not, and they aren't. So I have my computer here so I can look them up. So the scents that I have here are Confessions of a Rebel, Get a Room, I think. Yeah. And then Fugazzi Vanilla Haze, and then Aqua de Parma, Magnolia, Nobile. So yeah, I haven't smelled any of these scents before. So yeah, I'm gonna get into just giving the notes, first impressions. So if that sounds interesting to you, hang on tight and I'll be right back. So in addition to me not ever having smelled any of these scents, I've never smelled anything from any of these perfume houses. So it's all kind of new to me, which is kind of part of the reason that I did the added the two little sample sprays that are just random, just to expose myself to it a little bit more in terms of because I tend to kind of stay in my little sweet gourmand box sometimes, so it's good for me to like try other things. Okay, but this one I did select. It wasn't random. So this is Confessions of a Rebel, Get a Room. Let's see. So I don't know if these are the like full notes, but on the little card here it has just these sort of quick notes, and it says red apple, mandarin, cypress, liquid vanilla, and clary sage. So it sounds kind of sweet but also herbaceous at the same time. So, and this is the 8 ounce, so it comes like that. And then okay, so that's the size of the one that you pick. Okay, so I'm just gonna use my skin because I don't have that many things to smell. Okay. So I think all of these are supposed to be unisex, by the way. So this is nice, but I can see how it's a unisex scent. But it is very pleasant. And I feel like the name doesn't really suit it. Because Get a Room, it makes it sound like it's gonna be like this, I don't know, super sultry scent. Whereas this is more like a soft, um, slightly powdery vanilla, and there you can just sense a little bit of herbaceousness, but it's not overpowering. So to me, this would be like a perfect like office scent or something like that, because it's just balanced. It's not overly sweet or hitting you over the head with any strong notes or anything like that. So it's really nice though. I like it a lot. And in general, I like vanillas. So yeah, I would consider this a vanilla scent. It says red apple and mandarin. Yeah, there's a little fruitiness there. So yeah, it's a really nice scent. So I like this a lot. I was looking up the prices for these since I've never bought a Confessions of a Rebel scent. So they're like bigger bottles are like $115 or something like that. And then they do have a much smaller size for 45. And then of course they have like a travel spray as well. So it's not like a super affordable scent, but it's also like not completely out of the realm of affordability. So yeah, I like this. Get a Room from Confessions of a Rebel, and they do have on Scentbird a couple other from this house, so I'm probably going to add those to my queue to try those ones as well. And I've heard of this brand before, but I don't really know anything about it. But apparently it's Dutch, and I also looked up I actually have the website right here. So the pricing is similar. It's like 114 for a bottle from there. So once again, not like an extremely expensive perfume, but not super cheap either. So this is Vanilla Haze, and the notes here are, and this does sound like something I'd like. So I mean, it wasn't really outside my. I was kind of, I was pleased to get something like this because it sounds right up my alley. Mandarin note, top notes: mandarin, coconut milk, almond, hazelnut. Middle notes: vanilla pod, tonka bean, jasmine, and base notes are creme brulee, white amber, and sweet musk. So that sounds really good. So Fugazzi Vanilla Haze, and then this is just a little sample. Try that. Okay. Definitely like more gourmand than the Confessions of a Rebel one. So definitely like a strong kind of nutty fragrance at the opening. There's something almost like licoricey to it. There's something that's like a little off-putting at the opening. So I'm not really sure what that is. Like I said, it's almost like licoricey and also just kind of like sharp or something like that. So yeah, there's something in there that I'm not loving. So yeah, I'm getting like the sort of vanilla extract vanilla, and then the nuts, the nuttiness. Um, Mostly just noticing that stuff. I'm not really noticing too much of like the florals or the coconut milk or the mandarin. And then yeah, it's just kind of got like a musky ambery base. So yeah, I don't know. When I first sprayed it, I liked it. I just at first got those um nice nutty gourmand scents. But whatever this note is that's bothering me is kind of taking over the fragrance for me. So maybe it's one of those ones that kind of has to like sit once you've sprayed it. So I'll try it again, but that one I'm not liking as much. So but I am curious to try some other ones from here. So I just wanted to add that after about 10 minutes, that off-putting note does fade, and you're left with a pretty pleasant vanilla nutty scent. So it's much better once that note fades. All right, so the last scent is Aqua di Parma, Magnolia Nobile. I'm not really sure how you're supposed to say that with like noble, but I'm not sure how you say that with like Italian. I don't know. I'm assuming this is Italian. Um, this is a pretty high price brand, so this perfume is almost $300 for whatever the full size is. I've never smelled any of these before, but I have seen them around, like in Blue Mercury and stuff like that. I've seen this brand, but the price has never really appealed to me. So I'm not as interested in this fragrance. Once again, uh, for one thing, because of the price, like no matter how much I like this, I'm not going to buy it. And I'm just not going to spend that much money on a perfume. And then Magnolia, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to like a Magnolia based perfume. But this does actually have a lot of scent notes. So top notes are Calabrian bergamot, Sicilian lemon, Sicilian citron. Middle notes magnolia, Bulgarian rose, tuberose, jasmine. So a lot of florals in the middle there. and base of sandalwood, patchouli, vetiver, and Madagascar vanilla. So the notes actually make it sound pretty good, like a woody floral citrus. It's very like effervescent at first. It's almost reminding me of like a citrus soda or something like that. So yeah, it's like a luxury citrus soda, like one of those really nice Italian citrus sodas. But the florals are starting to come through. They're a little sharp, like I think the Magnolia is probably the one of the sharper florals in there. Tuberose is usually more sweet. Yeah, I smell the rose too. There's like rose in there. So yeah, I'm mostly getting like a little sharp. Actually, I think the sharpness might be the rose, not the Magnolia. Yeah, so far I'm not getting any of the base notes. So it might need to dry down a little bit more. So I mean, it's nice. I mean, you can tell why it's like a high quality fragrance. And it's kind of a nice. It's more of a summery fragrance, I'd say, spring summer. But yeah, not the kind of fragrance I would never normally buy for myself, both scent profile wise, and yeah, I'm just not gonna buy a fragrance from this house ever because like it costs too much. But yeah, it is a nice quality scent. All right, so that's it for my Scentbird order for this month. And my favorite was definitely the one I actually chose. So the Confessions of a Rebel, Get a Room. That one's really nice. And then I'd say next would be the Aqua de Parma. That one's a nice scent. Not really my style, but still a nice scent. And then that off-putting note is starting to calm down. So I'm starting to like this one a little bit better, but yeah, whatever that note is, like a sharp licoriceiness. All right, so let me know if you have any recent Scentbird orders that you liked from your queue. And thanks for watching and have a good one.